The president's response to that, according to the witness, was searing when he just said, let them all in, take down the mags, take down the machines, let them all in. There were people with AR-15s, there were people with guns and knives, let them all in because they're no threat to him. So it didn't trouble him that there were armed people ready for violence in the crowd, in the mob that day. And that confirms that this was a president who was willing to do anything to overthrow the presidential election of 2020 and clearly had violence within his sights on that day.
Mr. Raskin, we heard a lot of new information today. What do you consider the most significant piece of testimony from Cassidy Hutchinson today?
Well, I found that to be quite astounding and eye-opening. We had the President of the United States upset that the Secret Service and other authorities were using metal detectors for people entering his rally, and he wanted those taken down so everyone could enter, including people who were armed. And there were official reports of people carrying AR-15s on that day. So to me, that's something that the American public needs to think about. This crowd was obviously armed and dangerous, and they were hell-bent on entering the Capitol. And this witness simply blew away any pretense that the president and all the president's men didn't know what was actually going on in that crowd.
They did. The committee took somewhat of a gamble today. This was a last-minute hearing. Cassidy Hutchinson was a relatively lower-ranking official. Do you think this paid off?
Well, first of all, Cassidy Hutchinson's office was between that of the President of the United States and the White House Chief of Staff. She was the advisor to the White House Chief of Staff, and she's a young woman of extraordinary poise and understanding and insight. And today we learned she was a young woman of extraordinary patriotism, too, because she demonstrated a lot of courage when there are still some people out there who've not summoned up the kind of courage she's had to tell the truth.
It was said that there was four testimonies that she gave to you guys behind closed doors. Was this last one in the last 10 days, which is why you guys called this surprise hearing?
She spoke to the committee several times, and her testimony today included aspects of all of the prior conversations.
Does the committee have any more evidence of witness tampering?
The evidence of witness tampering that the committee has released are the two episodes that the vice chair cited today anonymously for obvious reasons. It's a crime to tamper with witnesses. It's a form of obstructing justice. The committee won't tolerate it, and we haven't had the chance to fully investigate it or fully discuss it.